Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Fashionably Amy. We are in a different setting today. I'm actually at Andrew and Karen's house, their new house. If you watch my vlogs, you would know that we come here on a weekly basis or at least every 2 weekends to help out with whatever, the painting or putting up cabinets and all. So we are here today and they are doing some work upstairs, and I decided to do this short video for you guys. So this video is about what happened to my Pochette Metis, which is right here, and I am so happy to have gotten her back. I have missed her since May the 18th and got her back on July 2nd. So what had happened, if you watched one of my previous vlogs, I had dropped off my bag at Louis Vuitton because I was wondering if they were able to fix the glazing that had worn off from the wear and tear, and hopefully they would do that for free. And the only reason why I did that is because after I did my Pochette Metis review, which all of you guys loved, some of you had asked me whether I know of any recurring issues or problems with the glazing. And so to me, that corner that had worn off a little bit wasn't such a big issue at first. I thought, you know, it's normal after a 1.5 years of frequent wear. But the more I got asked these questions, the more I got kind of a little paranoid, so I looked it up. So I kind of like examined my bag and I unfolded the flap to really examine the spot, and the canvas had split. It was just the two canvas had separated. There was no more glazing holding it together. I probably wouldn't have done anything about it, but I decided I would just give it a try. So I had contacted my SA at Louis Vuitton. Her name is Grace Chang. She's the best. And she told me to come in, and then so they would take a look and see if they could help me. So in the end, they agreed to repair my bag for free, which I am so grateful. So I had to drop off my bag. I dropped it off on May the 18th, and they had to send it to their US factory in California to have it reglazed. And so what happens is they can't just patch it up. They can't just reglaze that small portion. They had to remove the glazing from the entire bag and then reglaze it. So I was like, that's fine. And she told me it's gonna be about 6 to 8 weeks, which it's fine as well. So I got it back on July 2nd, but they actually called me that it was ready on July 1st. So it actually took about 6 weeks and 3 days. And then I was in such a rush when I picked it up because my husband had dropped me off in front of the door. And you know, downtown, right? He had to circle around the city to try to find parking, and so I didn't want to make him wait for too long. And on top of that, the Louis Vuitton, well, all the Louis Vuittons here in Vancouver are always so busy, and that day it was busy, and I had to wait half an hour before I could get served. But anyway, I eventually got my bag back, and at first I thought it was okay. I didn't see anything bad about it. I did notice that one side of the screw, which I'll show you in the clip here, wasn't screwed properly, and there was a little bit of a gap. But then I thought, you know, it wasn't such a big deal, so I wouldn't make a fuss out of it, since they did repair my bag for free. But as I have left and got back into my car, and then I started really looking at the bag, I noticed that they had splashed 2 dots of the glazing on top of my handle. Right in the middle, there was one big dot, and beside it there was a smaller dot. And it wasn't there before. I had my footage to prove that, and also Grace, when she took my bag, she also wrote down all the description of the condition of the bag and all, and she even took a picture actually. And even she remembered that there was nothing on top, so it was definitely not my fault. And so anyway, it was just an inconvenience. I had to bring it back, and then they were gonna see what they can do about it. At first they offered to repair the handle by replacing the handle, but that would mean that they would have to resend the bag to the factory in California and basically replace the top handle. So I was a little bit upset because I was like, well, now the patina is going to be uneven, and they were not going to replace these two little things that hold the handle, and they weren't going to replace this front one either. You know, it wasn't Grace's fault, of course. It was something that they probably didn't even notice. So I was just upset at the fact that they had to take my bag again away from me for another 6 weeks or more, and that they were only going to replace the top of the handle, and everything would be uneven, and I didn't like that. So I asked if they could replace the whole thing then, like replace the front and replace the whole handle on top with the two little things that hold it up. Obviously they didn't agree to that. I guess it would cost them a lot more to do that. Grace did explain to me that it was gonna patina over time, and over time it will look the same anyway. It might be true, you know, if it was maybe like if I had my bag for another 5 or 10 years, then maybe it would blend in more, but at the beginning it would be all looking kind of ugly for the unevenness. At least I think so. So anyway, I had left my bag there again, and she was gonna ask their manager what they could offer me. Eventually they called me back to come back and pick it up again, because they had tried to clean it themselves, and they said that it looks fine to them, and whether they wanted me to see it and to see if I was okay with that. And luckily when I went back and checked on the bag again, it wasn't noticeable anymore, and only if you knew where that large dot was before, which I knew, or only if you really examined the whole thing, then you would see a shadow of it. I didn't want to be difficult, and plus, you know, they did repair the glazing for me for free, so I was okay with it, and I accepted my bag back. So that was really the end of the story. It wasn't such a big deal, but so this video is really just to show you the before and after of my reglazing of the whole bag, as well as the handle, what had happened, and then how they cleaned it. Oh, and I asked them how they cleaned it, and she mentioned that they just used a soft cloth and they just tried to basically rub it or to try to get it off of the vachetta, and asked them if they used any liquids. They said no, which I was grateful for that. So I guess in the end it wasn't such a big issue. I probably could have done it myself, but I just didn't want to touch the vachetta myself in case they blamed me for altering it. Since it wasn't my fault to begin with, I wanted to bring it back to them the way that they gave back to me. I guess next time when I get back any repairs from them, I will actually look in more details first, even though if I'm in a rush. And just to show you why, again, why this bag, the Pochette Metis, is my favorite bag, it's because I can stuff so many things in it. Right now I have my Emily wallet down here inside the first pocket, and I face the button on the outside. I can face it on the side too. My sunglasses without cases sit there no problem. In this corner here I have my 6-key holder, and I face this against here, and I am holding my camera, but otherwise it would actually go here, and the lens would face this way, so that they both are fine. My shopping bag, which is foldable, my whatchamacallit, eyelash curler, my lip balm, and my mascara. I just have these here on the outside because I was using it. My little pouch with my hand sanitizer, a snack, and key essentials. Here I have my cell phone, and I could even put like cards or bills here. But really, that's the reason why this is my favorite bag. It closes no problem. I'm just using one hand right here. And here in the back I had my car keys for easy access, and that is the reason why I love this bag so much, and I missed it so much. Yeah. Oh, and one viewer had asked me whether my bag would stand up by its own, and it does. I think because mine is the older version, everything is stiffer. Like the actual canvas is stiffer. The canvas here is really stiff. Like the all over bag is stiffer, and I guess the bottom is stiffer as well. I don't know. I don't think it's reinforced. It's just that the whole bag is so stiff that it actually does stand up on its own, even on a hard surface. And I guess that's an unfortunate thing because I did check the newer bags at the LV store, and it's true that they are very plush, very soft, and as Jusha was saying, they are like the Pallas canvas. They are so soft. They do tend to, at least I would think so, I think they would fit a little bit more because the whole canvas is softer. The whole front, even the whole front pocket looks bigger in the new version. But you know, I have this version and I'm completely happy with it. I've been using it quite a while, so it has softened a little bit, but in general, this whole bag is still way stiffer than the newer version. And I think that's the main reason why it stands up on its own. But I guess the advantage of getting the newer bag is that because it's so plush and so soft, that you would be able to fit a little bit more. At least I would think so. So it's still a great bag whether it stands up on its own or not. It's just your personal preference, I guess. That concludes this video, and I hope you guys are well, and stay tuned for another LV video. I am planning on making a review on this Samorga organizer that I received just this week, and I've already tried using it. It's so wonderful. Like, you guys have no idea. It's so good. I have to make a video to tell you guys about it. So that's it for today. I hope you guys are well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Today I have a special video for you guys. I wanted to do a sub email review as well as 2 big unboxing from Louis Vuitton.